Alright everyone, how's it going? This is rexfurry here, and welcome to another episode, or part 3, I suppose. Episode, part, same thing, kind of, I guess, if you put them together like that. Nonetheless, welcome to part 3 of the Beginner's Introduction to Windows Movie Maker. In the last episode, or part, I guess, whichever one you prefer, we left off at, we did some transitions, some effects, and I don't know why I can't say that, like, totally clearly. Transitions, I don't know. Anyway, we also had some credits, so very nice. We have a nice little movie here. I'll go ahead and play it really quick. There we go. We got our nice credits there, our opening credits to our movie, and our nice clip with the nice effect and transition coming up here. There we go. Alright, so that is that. Now what we're going to go and do now is kind of finish this tutorial series off. What we're going to go and do now is, instead of going straight to save to my computer, I want to go over some very quick things to kind of move around the program a bit easier. One, you'll notice we have this video transition tip option up here. Now, what you can do is kind of change over to video effects or change to certain clips that you currently have, so like Wildlife 2. So, pretty much that's just kind of a little shortcut option, I suppose, that you can use. Now, another thing is over here, you can also kind of change, instead of going to, where was it? Over here to the view and kind of changing all this stuff from here. You can actually change some of it from this option over here. So, if you want to go kind of view details instead of thumbnails, you can just go ahead and do it like that. And now I personally like to keep it on here, this setting, which I believe is, yes, thumbnails. Which, just kind of my specifications. You can do it to whatever you want, but, just something I thought I'd go ahead and mention to you guys, just so one day you don't go, oh, what is this? And then you kind of like switch and you're like, oh, what happened? So, anyway, well, I got a little voice crack there. Excuse me, my throat is a bit dry in case you couldn't tell, so that's kind of how that goes. Now, what we're going to go and do now is, instead of just switching straight to the save to my computer, because we've done a good amount of stuff here, we're pretty much done. I want to go ahead and really quickly just go over this import pictures and import audio or music, as well as some of the stuff down here before we actually start saving our movie or exporting our movie. So, really quickly, this basically import audio or music. Now, let me go ahead and test something really quick here off camera. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. I want to just make sure that the right directory was set to the specified path in which it's going to go when I click this. So basically, when you want to import any music or audio to your clip, let's say you have, this nice clip, and you want to import, some different music instead of just this regular music that we got going on here that you hear when I click play. Okay, let's say we want to actually kind of get rid of that because that doesn't sound as good as we want it to. What we can do is go to import audio or music. Alright, and it brings you to your audio kind of area here. Now, basically, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I have a couple tracks here that I've downloaded, and let's go ahead and choose something very simple like this over here. There we go. Now, let's go ahead, and you'll notice if you click and drag your audio file that you've just imported down into the area, it will, or music, I guess, it will go there in the specified location. The only thing is if we were to play this, it sounds a bit odd, and the reason for that is we still have the audio for our original clip. Now, we can actually delete this by highlighting this. I'm just clicking and dragging here, and just hitting, let's see, actually, never mind, what am I doing? I'm thinking of a different program, sorry guys. Basically, what we can do is actually click on both of these clips here. We can either click and drag, or hit shift and click both of them. We can just go ahead and click one, hit shift to select the other one, and go up here to clip, and hit audio, and we can go to where it says mute and simply click that. Now, what we can also do is right click and, okay, never mind. I guess we can't do that. Let's see here. I believe, actually, I know there's a way to, yeah. So if we click this right here, oh, okay, you know what? It's because we have an effect going on. Oh, wait, never mind. No, it isn't. It's because we had two clips selected. Silly me. So if we actually go ahead and click on one of these clips here, and then go to the clip option, go to audio and volume, you can actually specify the volume that you want here, or you can just go ahead and straight up mute the clip. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, and I'm actually going to go ahead and this clip is muted as well, I believe. Yep. So let's go ahead and now play this video here, and we should hear not the music in this actual clip itself, but the music that we've actually imported. So just to give you guys an idea of what we actually import. If you click on the music that you've imported and hit play, that's the music in which I just imported. So let's go ahead and now stop that and play our clip now and see if that music actually plays. Oh, oops. Sorry, I didn't click on the clip there. Let's go ahead and hit play now. There we go. All right, so very nice, and I actually kind of like the way that looks. So, basically, let's say that you notice that the kind of music that we've imported here didn't start exactly on this clip right here, which is the beginning of our video. And let's say we want that to actually be a thing. We want our video to kind of sync up with our music. So what we can do is click on our music little file here and simply drag it to the beginning of our wildlife clip, and you'll notice that it kind of snaps as well, so that's pretty nifty. Now if we click on the very end, or rather click and drag on the very end of our timeline and click play, there we go, we have a silent little title, which is exactly what we want. And then we get our clip, and there we go. Very nice. We get that nice, syncing up with our audio and our video. Very good. So that's exactly what we want. So what we can also do is, just like our video, we can click on our audio, kind of right-click, get some options. We can fade in, fade out. We can change up the volume of our music here. And there's just a whole wide variety of different kind of things we could do. We can go to our properties, kind of change the name of that, although I don't really want to. But all this different kind of stuff. Now, what we can also do is, let's say that we only want our music to, and this, all of what I'm doing with the music clip can also be done for the regular clips as well. So I'm kind of double timing these options with everything here, so kind of bear with me. But what we can do is we can click on our audio, and we can go all the way to where it ends, and go to the end of our little audio clip here, and you'll notice we get a red double-headed arrow. Now we can click and drag all the way back, and what this is doing is basically cutting out all of what we don't want and kind of making it go to where we want it to end. Let's go ahead and drag it back a little bit here, and because I'm recording, this is going a bit more slower, so forgive me for that. And did we crash? Oh shoot, I think we crashed. Yeah, we crashed. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Let me go ahead and kind of reboot this up. We'll see you guys back here in a moment. Alright, so we are back. Sorry about that minor crash there, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and luckily, because I had that last option save, which I believe I talked about in the first part of this video series, basically that auto backup kind of thing, the temporary backup, I was able to open up the program again and start right back where I left off. So that was very nifty to have there. Very nice option to have turned on. Now let's go ahead and start back where we were. We were just kind of dragging this all the way back here and stop right about there. And you'll notice that now our audio kind of matches up with our video clips. Now let's go ahead and play this right about there. Alright, here we go, and it should end now. Alright, so very nice. We have that nice fading out effect. Now let's go ahead, just like our video clip, add the fade in and fade outs to our little audio clip here. So we right click, hit fade in, as well as fade out. And let's go ahead and click play. And oops, I forgot to kind of change that back to there. Click and drag our audio over there. Very nice, and there we go. Very nice. So as you can see, we're getting to a lot of editing here. And oops, I forgot to mute this clip. Man, I am just not whatever you would call it. So let's go and hit mute and click on that clip and hit mute. All right, and hit play. There we go. Nice fading in effect with the music. See our nice clip going on over there. We get that nice transition. Alright, preparing for the fade out for the end of both the clip and the music. There we go. That was a very nice clip there. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a round of applause. Okay, so, yeah. Anyway, wow, had like a cough there and then like a kind of a speech thing, but nonetheless, geez, apologize for that. That is pretty much it, guys. Importing pictures is pretty much the same thing. Actually, let me go and do this off screen really quick. Okay, so there we go. I went ahead and hit import pictures here. I had to kind of locate to the direct or correct directory there, but nonetheless, I'm in a little pictures library on my computer. Let's go ahead and import something really quickly just to show you guys this. Now we have this nice little picture here that is really enlarged, which keep in mind that will happen for very small pictures. This is a 32 by 32 sprite, keep in mind, so that's kind of an example of what happens there. Let's go ahead and click and drag this just for the fun of it. Alright, and zoom in just a little bit. Alright, so kind of zoom this out a little bit. And from here you can, excuse me, you can add effects to this. And same way you can do it to video clips. Go and add this. There we go. Alright, and let's go and zoom out again. And there we go. There's our final video here. If we were to play it back. There we go. And kind of skip ahead. And there we go. Kind of scrub through that. And that, guys, is pretty much it. The only thing left is the audio files here, which we can, of course, change the audio from video, from music, kind of whether you want your video to have more audio, kind of it to be louder over the music, or the music to be louder, you kind of change that. But I prefer to do it manually, as I've shown you guys with the clip and audio and stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and keep it like that. And the narration is basically what you can do here is if you have a mic hooked up, like actually I guess I do, you can actually, let's see, just drag the playback indicators. Okay. What you should be actually able to do is you should be able to drag this all the way back, but I believe, okay, never mind. I guess not since I'm recording, but if you drag it all the way back to the beginning of your video, this little time slider thing here, this little blue thing, you can go to start narration and basically just start talking over your clip. Alright, so I'm going to go and do that right now. Just give you guys a really quick example. Alright, hey guys, how's it going? This is a video about animals. So, we got some horses going on here and some birds flying off a beach, as well as some seals or wallishers. I really can't tell. There's a nice transition there. There's an otter, and here we have a nice koala bear kind of doing his thing. We have a lot of birds there along seals. Very nice beach, and a random smiley face. Alright, we're going to go ahead and now, I guess, save this as untitled narration. Sure, we'll go ahead and keep it that. Alright, so now what we've done is we have actually created, excuse me, a narration for our video. So let's go ahead and play this back really quick and see how this is. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys could hear that, but that is basically the narration feature. It also saves a copy of the narration, so, you know, if you can't, basically because you're not able to overlay music with actual, like, other audio in this, so that's kind of an annoyance there, but, you know, you actually have that audio file, so you basically could save this video and then kind of save it again with the more, narration there. So that is basically how to do that, guys. And that is basically it. All we're going to go and do now is go back to our collections here and actually go back to our tasks. There we are. And the last thing to do is we're not going to send this to a DV camera. We're actually going to go ahead and just save to my computer. Alright, we're going to name this Wildlife, yes, Wildlife movie, just because I already have a clip named Wildlife. Alright, next, and we're going to choose best quality for playback. Now, one thing I really want to mention quickly is if you go show more choices, you have these options here. Now, best fit to file size or other settings. Okay, now what this is basically doing is you can actually set how big of a file you want this video to be in KB or MB. So let's say we only want this video to be like 5 megabytes long, or no, not 5 megabytes. Oops, I forgot you have to use these little arrows here. Actually, yeah, 5 megabytes. Now, what we could do here is, you know, because we want this video, you know, not to be too, let me go and drag this down as well. If we didn't want this video to be too file eating and stuff, we could change this. The only thing is it would actually reduce the quality of the video, but at the same time it would still be able to get out the video in a smaller format. So just kind of something to mess with around there if you find yourself in that predicament. And other settings, you could also change this to the correct settings for a video for Pocket PC, and all the different kind of stuff. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and choose best quality for playback on my computer. And it shows you the specifications down there for those of you guys who are specifications monkeys or spec monkeys. And let's go ahead and now hit next. And it's saving our movie. Now, as I mentioned in the first episode or part of this video series kind of thing, it's not saving our movie as in like a file or whatnot. It's actually saving our movie to be exported, or rather exporting a movie to be played on the internet as well as our computer. So that's what basically this is doing. And so yeah, I mean, for the longer videos, this will take a lot longer. And the more stuff, more effects, more audio, and just overall stuff you have in your video, the more this is going to take, the more longer. And one thing I'd like to mention, Windows Movie Maker and this is going a bit slow, normally go really fast, but it's going a bit slow because one, I have a lot of effects, as well as a narration kind of thing saved, as well as an audio clip, and two, I'm recording, so of course it's going to take a lot of CPU power down from that. But one thing that I'd like to mention, compared to Windows Movie Maker for Windows 7, is when you're exporting or saving a movie file, as I guess it likes to call it on here, in this version of Windows Movie Maker, it does take a big hit on your CPU. I don't know why. I guess that's just the way it is. It's not really as efficient, but Windows 7 Movie Maker doesn't take as much of CPU power as this version does, so something kind of keep in mind there. So if you can use Windows Live Movie Maker in an instance, I would definitely go for that because it doesn't take as much of a toll on your CPU. And let me go ahead and actually switch to a little view there. As you guys can see, there's my little CPU there, all my programs. And yep, high CPU usage. Details and settings. Let's go and click on that. Yeah, 100% of at least one of my CPUs there, just for importing or exporting this simple little file. So that can get a bit annoying, and it's not, as far as I'm concerned, not the best thing for your processor or CPU and stuff. It's not gonna do anything super bad to it or whatnot, but it is just kind of going to be a bit more work for your computer. So if you want to make your computer work hard every single time, then I guess that's okay, unless you have a really good computer to be able to do that. But even with my computer, I just still not really too comfortable with doing that all the time. So if you can, use Windows 7 Movie Maker or Windows Movie Maker for Windows 7, because it does do take it less of a bigger hit on your CPU. There we go. So anyway, nonetheless, we are done exporting now. So we have the option to hit play movie when I click finish here, which I'm going to go and keep checked. Alright, and here we go. Our movie automatically plays in our default Windows playback program. Alright, here we go. We get our nice video clip. There we are. Beautiful transition. And overall, I think this went really good. I mean, I'm actually really happy with this clip. If this was actually my own clip and that was my own footage, excluding this thing right here, I would probably put that on my channel. So, but nonetheless, I already have it here so you guys can see. So, that is it, guys. That is the end. I'm going to go and turn down the volume, but keep this playing here because I really like the way this looks. It's nice and calming. But that is the end of this series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I know I did. And I apologize for these taking super long. I know I said I probably wouldn't take as long as I did for part 1, part 2 in this video, but I think I probably did otherwise. But yeah, I mean, I think you guys get the gist of it and really know how to maneuver in this program. Of course, all of this stuff comes with practice as well, so, just keep that in mind. But hopefully I've given you a good leg up to the program so you guys can edit all your videos and, get some nice specs and stuff on your video clips and all that kind of stuff and have a bit more control with how you edit. So, once again, guys, actually, no, not once again, I suppose, unless I said in the beginning, did I? I can't really remember. Nonetheless, this has been rexfurry. Feel free to comment right on this video, as well as you can subscribe to my channel for upcoming future videos on future videos like this one. I really cannot get that super fast outro down. I will one day. I will one day. And until next video, guys, again, this has been rexfurry, and I'll see you all next time.